Gossip. So in the most simple terms, gossip is when you're speaking about someone in their absence. Okay. And then generally when you're speaking about someone in their absence, if you'll notice, there's sort of a negative quality to it. There's a diminishment to it. So it's literally like using the power of word, the power of creation to diminish someone else. It happens often inside the relationship triad. We think we're supposed to have the tallest building. And so how you can have the tallest building is either to build your own or tear down someone else's. Often it's much easier just to simply tear down someone else's. Gossip will happen a lot in a relationship triad. If you're the victim, the hero, or the villain, you'll notice that gossip is a common form of communication. Gossip is also communication derived from fear. So, so in the most tangible sense, right, the opportunity is to speak of ideas instead of other people. Or if you want to speak, if you need to use a person as an example of something, use yourself. There's plenty of dysfunction. You want to create the possibility of transformation and start with dysfunction. You can always use yourself as an example of some dysfunction and how you worked your way out of it, or an example of that for someone else. Now, there are exceptions to this gossip thing, right? Which is two of them that are immediately present. Are one exception would be warning, right? Like, hey, take care, warning, this person is dangerous. This person has proven themselves to be dangerous, right? But go lightly and go carefully, because that oftentimes that someone's dangerous is just your misconception. And then, people can wake up. People can go from dangerous to not dangerous. People can go from asleep to awake. So be sure you give people the opportunity that you got here at Earthquaking University to wake up fully and to be known as your most beautiful and divine self. Another exception to gossip would be something called like a committed conversation. Donna and I are responsible for the visionary program. And so we from time to time discuss coaches and participants inside of our commitment to improve the program, to improve the experience for our participants and coaches, and generally at work on the culture and what's happening and not happening in the program. So we will discuss participants and coaches from time to time. However, we're in a sacred promise, right, to both only use our word to build and create, and then also to be responsible for what we hear. When Donna speaks, I'm responsible for what I hear, and when I speak, Donna's responsible for what she hears with regard to discussing other people, right? But so the exceptions are there, right? But I recommend don't focus on the exceptions. Focus on learning how to be in the world as someone who's safe and with a high level of integrity. People understand that when they give you their confidence, that confidence will be kept. When you speak negatively of others, when you diminish others with a word, a couple things happen. Your resonance drops. They may be impacted sometimes quite severely in their relationships and what's possible for them. But also the person that you're speaking to, you diminish yourself for the person that you're speaking to, and that they clearly know that one day they will be the focus of your gossip, right? So focus on being someone who speaks powerfully and uses your word for creation. Gossip.